coming at you guys with a quick, well, probably not going to be quick. I just got to get this off my chest, man. This is just some news, and I knew it would get to this, but this tweet right here, yeah, this is all sorts of messed up. Yeah, this is all kinds of messed up. This is low. This is absolutely atrocious, and it's disheartening. It's just for me personally, man, it just tells me that this brotherhood and all this bullshit that they've been preaching all along, we're gonna work hard for one another. We're gonna look out for one another. We're gonna give the fans exactly what we needed, and that's to do their best to try to get back to the Super Bowl and create a winning environment. And just to look at this tweet, man, this is just all sorts of fucked up, and I'm gonna give you reasons why I believe it fucked up. Um, all along, this fucking snake and Raheem Morris, and not only Raheem Morris, it's just this is just all fucked up. This is just all fucked up, man. All right, Mike Silver. I want you guys to kind of really um, look at this tweet and understand this tweet and why I would be so fucking pissed off just by reading this shit. Okay? All right. So I'm just going to read it, and I'm going to give you reasons why I'm really pissed off. And if you're not pissed off reading this, you're going to find out why I should be pissed off right now. Okay? Falcons. The Falcons interim head coach Raheem Morris, who interviewed in Atlanta Friday, and who is, according to Jacina Anderson, will interview with the Jag for gets a head coaching job. He's looking. He look for him to target 49ers run game offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel as his offensive coordinator. Yeah. Now he wants to target 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel. Why would I be pissed off at this? Why would Mike be pissed off with this? Why would I be angry with this? Okay? Why would I be angry with this? This is absolutely atrocious because one thing that we've always been saying since we went to the damn Super Bowl, why in the hell did not just run the damn ball? Why are we continuously passing the ball 50, 40, 50 times a freaking game? Why are we doing it? We got an offensive coordinator and Dirk Cutter who does not want to run the damn ball. We don't have it. And to see that a guy at, Raheem Morris, who supposedly, he was on the offensive staff. He was on the offensive staff, okay? He was on the offensive staff. The whole entire time, he's just moved to defensive coordinator this season. Just this season, he's been on the defensive side of the ball. He's been on the offensive side of the ball his entire time here, working with the receivers. But now, you want to run the ball? Now you want to pitch an idea to bring in Mike McDaniel? Now you want to pitch the idea of running the damn ball? Now you want to do this? This fan base has been suffering. This fan base has been suffering the entire time where you guys absolutely knew what was wrong with the Falcons and you did nothing about it. You did absolutely nothing about it. But call out players. You called out Matt Ryan for not, quote unquote, doing his job. You called out, Dante Fowler Jr. for not, quote unquote, doing his job. You basically blaming everybody else except for the shitty ass offensive coordinator that was causing this issue to begin with. This man has been he's been on the offense for 4 years, the entire time Dan Quinn has been the head coach, and now all of a sudden you want to bring in Mike McDaniels, a running game coordinator. Now you want to commit to the run. Now you want to pitch the idea. Now you want to do that. It's too fucking late. This coaching staff did not give us 100%. This coaching staff only cared about living up to what their buddies wanted to do, being the best partner for their buddies, their head coaches. The head coach, Dan Quinn, the offensive coordinator, Dirk Cutter, they never challenged these guys one fucking time. The whole time you've been here with the Atlanta Falcons, you knew that this fucking running game was messed up and you did absolutely nothing about it. And now your brilliant fucking idea is to bring in Mike McDaniel. Now you want to bring in Mike McDaniel. Now you guys want to fix the running game, knowing that this is 16 games in the season. Now you want to say that, oh, we need to fix the running game. Now y'all want to say this. We lost the fucking Super Bowl not because of Kyle Shanahan didn't understand that we needed to run the goddamn ball. It was more so Kyle Shanahan, his ego getting his ego. I can forgive Kyle Shanahan for fucking up the Super Bowl, but I can for fucking up the Super Bowl with bad calls. But I can never forgive a coach that's sitting on his ass watching this shit go down the fucking drain. He knew that this fucking offense was broken. He knew that this offense was not gonna. It had several holes. He knew this. He knew this shit. And now that you're the head coach, you want to pitch an idea to bring in Mike McDaniel, a running game coordinator. So you guys knew that this shit was messed up. You knew this was messed up from the entire time. But now that you are them potentially the head coach or whatnot, maybe the Falcons, Jacksonville, he interviewed for Jacksonville. Now that you're a head coach, now you want to bring in a running game coordinator? You're the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons for 12 games, and we never once committed to the running game. He had been the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons for 12 weeks. And not one fucking time did they commit to the running game. They sat back and let Matt Ryan get his ass kicked every week after week after week without even committing to a goddamn running game. And now you want to bench Todd Gurley? You want to bench Todd Gurley and say he's the problem? Possibly ruining his career? Because you guys had a fucking agenda out for yourselves? This should be a lesson. This should be a lesson for Arthur Blank. This should be a lesson to Rich McKay. You cannot bring these soft ass. This offense, this team needs a coaching change. We need a coach who's going to come in and he's going to have absolutely an alpha male personality. Because like I said before, we can't allow these guys to just come in here and do whatever the hell they want to do just because they want it. You know, they just want to support their buddies and all. This is a team. You got 53 men on the roster. You got coaches. You got front office men. Everybody has to work well together and pitch the right idea in order for us to get wins. We can't be sitting up here worried about whether or not, our guys are going to be upset. This guy's going to be upset. This guy's going to be upset. Can't worry about any of that crap. But Raheem Morris, okay, this is absolutely pathetic, man. This is just absolutely pathetic. I'm honestly pissed. I'm so pissed off just by seeing this. The entire time we were here, the Falcons knew these coaches. Right, Desmond. I don't want to hear anything about fucking Josh McDaniels. That dude drafted Tim Tebow, okay? Josh McDaniels, all right? Josh McDaniels actually drafted Tim Tebow. Anybody that drafted Tim Tebow as a quarterback in the first round shouldn't be trusted, okay? But now it's just this is some snake ass shit. We got snake ass coaches on this staff, man, and this is the real reason why we did not have a consistent team. It's not because of the players. They were incompetent. It was year after year. Everybody stepping. What's good, Ezekiel? Mike, what's good, man? Yeah, he wants Mike McDaniel, not Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is an offensive coordinator for the Patriots. This is Mike McDaniel. He was on Kyle Shanahan's staff. If I'm not mistaken, he was here also. So he's been with Kyle Shanahan for a long time, but this is the guy that Raheem Morris wants on his staff. So this entire time that we've been searching and praying for a running game, these guys knew that the running game was a problem, but no one pitched this idea to Thomas Dimitroff. No one pitched this idea to Dan Quinn. Nobody did shit about it. This man was the interim head coach for 12 fucking games, and he never committed to the running game. He never even called out the running game. We need to run the ball better. He never said that in any of his press conferences. But he called out Matt Ryan. He called out Dante Fowler Jr. He called out all those guys, said these guys need to step up when they putting together a shitty ass game plan to begin with. And now that you have the opportunity to be a head coach, now you want to do things the right way? I'm just going to be honest. I hope this dude absolutely never gets a head coaching job, because this is the lowest shit that you can do as a coach, knowing that this shit is broken and you're not doing anything about it. You were a interim head coach. You have the ultimate say so. You have the ultimate say so on what goes on on game day, and you did absolutely nothing about it. You never called out Dirk Cutter once. Not once did this guy call out Dirk Cutter. Yeah, bro, I'm not surprised, but I'm just pissed off. I'm hella pissed off. I'm hella pissed off because you essentially wasted Julio Jones. You wasted 2-3 years of Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, and a lot of these players that just want to compete. We got players out here putting their bodies on the line, and we got fucking head coaches, and the coaches like Raheem Morris are not even giving their all. This coaching fraternity has to stop, because they are doing what's right for the coaches and not the players. They're looking out for themselves and not the players. And the players are out here putting their body on the line, and y'all half-assing shit. It's a fucking problem. And this is something that Arthur Blank did kind of go over just a bit, didn't kind of elaborate, but he was talking about coaches using hierarchy to kind of get their way, and that's something that the Falcons didn't want to. So this has been an issue within this coaching staff, that guys have ideas, and then we have, whether it's Thomas Dimitroff, Dan Quinn, these guys using their hierarchy to kind of get their way at the expense of these players. And this is one of the reasons why guys like Julio Jones has been shooing these guys during games. Julio Jones will literally, flip this man off. Told that man to go get out of his face. I'll handle this. We saw this. We saw Julio do that. Wave off Raheem Morris and say, I got it. You can see Matt Ryan on the field after he gets a play. You can see the disgust on his freaking face when we say, "Oh God, we really doing this?" Like this is what we're fucking doing. Now you want to commit to the running game? Now you want to say that you want bring Mike McDaniel? Now the Falcons, now you coaching staff want to do this? We been knew this shit. The running game has been a fucking problem ever since. And now that you head coach, you want to do shit right? Why we can't do shit right when we during the season? 12 fucking games as a head coach, and not once did you say we need to commit to the run. Not one fucking time that you did not say, okay, Dirk, we need to stop passing the ball so much. Even if we fucking lose, we got to establish a run. You never said that shit one fucking time. And now that you have opportunity to be a head coach, you want to do things right? While the fans suffered and watched bullshit all fucking year? Matt Ryan get his ass kicked every fucking play because you want to throw the ball fucking 50 times a goddamn game? This is absolutely disgusting. And like I said, I hope he doesn't get a job. I'm just going to be real. I hope he doesn't get a job. We haven't had a J-Rock, bro. We haven't had a running game in 3 or 4 years. These motherfuckers knew the entire time as a coach, you have to establish a running game. In order to win and close out games, you had to do two things right. You got to run the ball and you have to play solid defense. We haven't had either in 3 or 4 years, and this is the reason why we can't close games. Everybody's saying why we can't win. We can't run the damn clock out. You got to be able to run the fucking clock out. That's how you protect leads. Playing solid defense, getting 3 and outs, and running the clock out. We can't do either one of them. We can't do any of that. But now Raheem Morris wants to fix the running game. Now you want to commit to a running game? Now you want to bring in Mike McDaniels? Y'all had a chance to do that last year. And the year before. You had a chance to do that before you bought this piece of shit Dirk Cutter back. You had an opportunity to wait for a guy like Gary Kubiak, who wanted to be an Atlanta Falcon. But this bitch was too fucking impatient. Excuse my language, but I am pissed the fuck off. They had a chance to get this shit right, and they still didn't get it right. These guys use their position as power to get their way. This is something that Arthur Blank explained yesterday in his press conference. We don't want guys to come in and use their power and their position as a means to get their way. This is right here. This is exactly what Thomas Demetrius has been doing. Harrison, bro, like that's look, come on. Like, he wants to run the ball. Like, he wants to put these guys in home way. This is the thing, man. Even offensive linemen. I tell you all the time that the Falcons have a very good offensive lineman. But when you're one dimensional, when everybody in the league knows that you won't run the ball, why in the hell should these guys respect the running game when you know you're only running the ball because you have to? Even Dirk Cutter just wants to sit back. Dirk Cutter just want to sit back. What's up, Golden Rooster? What's good, man? Dirk Cutter only cares about passing the ball, and he'll, even the running game. The running game is not even a running game; it's a damn draw. That's all he wants to do. He wants to. He wants to. Everything is predicated off the pass first and foremost, and he runs the ball only, even in games that we have had the lead. In the fourth quarter, and I forget what game it was exactly. But even then, we're still sitting back, passing the damn ball, putting Matt Ryan in hand. And the fourth quarter, we have a lead, with 2 or 3 minutes left. I don't think it was the Oakland game, but this guy still wanted to pass the ball even when we had already won the game. And these are the things that Dirk Cutter does. He puts these guys in harm's way, and he doesn't do the appropriate thing for what's best for the team. And we're talking about Raheem Morris. For those who just tune in, I typically don't go live this early, but this is something. If you have been a member, subscribe to the channel for a while, this is how I do it. A news story, especially during the off season, it could be at any given time, and I will go live. I will go live at any given time Just to kind of give you guys an update on what's going on. So stay tuned. I'm telling you guys to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, so you can be notified when I go. Any one of us goes live. It could be at any given time for the news. Any news update, anything that we need to talk about, I would definitely go live. So 12 o'clock from this point on, make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you will not miss anything. But what we are talking about is Raheem Morris he wants to bring in Mike McDaniel off as his offensive coordinator, if he is hired as the head coach. If he's hired as a head coach, he wants to bring in Mike McDaniel as his offensive coordinator, which just sets me all the way off. It really does piss me off, because we knew that this has been an issue for the last, 2 to 3 years. For the last 2 to 3 years, we knew this is an issue. When Devontae Freeman since the Super Bowl 18-19, we knew this was an issue for the last 3 years. To be honest, the running game has been a problem, and we've done absolutely nothing about it. At ATM, bro, like that's the stuff that I'm talking about. This is unbelievable. You brought in Todd Gurley and you didn't even use him. Bro, we got 4 running backs on the fucking roster and we still. Why the hell do we not? Why the hell do we have 4 running backs on the staff and we don't use these guys? Like, what are we doing? Why have 4 running backs on the roster if you're not going to use them? Ito Smith didn't really get a chance to prove himself until week 14, 15. And that was just by default. Todd Gurley was having a little issues with his knee. But even that, I still feel as though that issue with Todd Gurley and his injuries, I think that's bullshit. I really think that's bullshit. These guys did not want to we know that Dirk Cutter doesn't want to run the ball. We know this. Why? Because we go back and you have, I definitely have a lot of Bucks fans, Saints fans, a lot of you guys, and I appreciate you guys for just tuning in with us. But we have a lot of fans that just enjoy our content and they come and just have a good time. And they stated, even Bucks fans stated that this guy does not want to run the ball. He does not give 2 craps about running the freaking ball. And this has been a problem for a long time. He actually got his play calling duties taken away 2 times with the Bucks. He was the offensive coordinator with them, and they decided to hire him as the head coach. And then as a head coach, they took his play calling duties towards the end of the season because he did not establish a running game. So we know for a fact that hiring Dirk Cutter was going to do one thing, and for Thomas Dimitroff only cared about creating an offensive powerhouse the way that he wanted to do. And what he wanted to do was just pass the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball. Yes, this is a passing league, but this league, you still need balance in the NFL. You still need balance. And like I said, this is, again, for everybody that's new here, Raheem Morris now wants to commit to a run. Olsen, Desmond, Olsen, you know what I'm saying? Dieterson, all these guys have not had a chance to even prove what they can do because this coaching staff, they only care about their fucking agenda. Why are we ruining Quadri Olsen's career? Why are we ruining? And I feel bad about Dieterson. We don't even know this guy any good. Why? Because they won't even get a fucking guy a chance to be on the goddamn 53, the active roster. Speed for Falcons. And that's another thing. Anybody who's ever played the game, and I've done plenty of interviews, and the interview we did with Reggie Kelly, myself, and Dunn at Feline Sports Podcast, so you guys check that out. He stated that even, and Coach Lowe stated again last night, man, that all issues, if the Falcons have one of the worst, if not the worst, I think they rank 31st in red zone efficiency, meaning that they don't score red zone touchdown with the field goal kings. We are the field goal kings. Anytime there's an issue with the red zone, man, this is all about the lack of creativity and play calling. And this is something that Arthur Blank addressed yesterday to the Falcons. He and Rich McKay, they addressed last night, and I stated multiple times that this offense and this defense is just, they don't have a problem with the roster. The roster is they have very good players, but the team is just outdated. The offense is outdated. It's old. The defense philosophies is old, and they just need creativity. They need a more modern defense. They need a more modern approach to defense. They need a more modern approach to offense. They need to be more creative. And you don't necessarily need an Eric Bieniemy. Anybody who understands, pre-snap motions, post-snap motions, going against the guys like the Kansas City Chiefs. You can look at the Green Bay Packers. You can look at a lot of teams that do a lot of pre-game, post-game, and pre-snap motions and post-snap motions. You can see how they use their athletes. A lot of people say that Tyreek Hill is the best receiver in the game. He's one of the most explosive. But what makes him so dangerous? You just don't know when he's and where he's going to get the ball. I believe that he definitely needs a wristband. Anytime you see a quarterback who has a wristbands, man, it pretty much simplified the offense. But Matt Ryan, to be honest, it doesn't matter if he has a wristband or not, man. This guy has been in the league 13 years. He's just too intelligent to be, fooled by any defense. He's been in any offense, every offense you can possibly name, any style of offense. He's intelligent. So bringing in an offensive coordinator won't be a problem. I think Matt Ryan can pick up any offense fast enough. But the Falcons need to get back to simplifying the offense and just being more of a, establishing the run, man. That's something that the Falcons just have not done, and that's establishing the run. We saw it yesterday that these guys absolutely abandoned the run. They put all the pressure on Matt Ryan and say, Matt Ryan, go win us games. Matt Ryan can't do it alone. Matt Ryan and Julio can't do it alone. He failed these guys. His coaching staff failed these guys, and it's just absolutely pathetic. Thoughts on Falcons trading down and keeping Matt Ryan? As I've stated before, at 35 years old, Julio Jones being 30, just as a I'm going to be real, even when I'm playing Madden, when a guy get 30 years old, I started to look for, a potential replacement. Because his days are numbered. I'm not going to pretend as though Matt Ryan is going to still play at this level for forever. It could be the next 3 years. Matt Ryan could very well play at an elite level for the next 5 years. I don't know that for sure. So for Arthur Blank to say that he's not going to commit to a 35-year-old Matt Ryan and a 30-year-old Julio Jones, that's just being a great owner. I'm not going to commit to a guy that's 30 years old. He's been in the league for a while. So I'm not going to commit to it. I don't blame him for not committing to a 35-year-old Matt Ryan, even though he's the best quarterback that we've ever seen at this franchise. I don't blame him for that. But he continued to state, and a lot of people are disregarding this. He did not say that he wants Matt Ryan gone. He said specifically that any head coach and GM has to have a plan for the future, for the present, because they want to win. They have to have a plan for the present and the future in order to get to the next stage. Okay? Because Matt Ryan and Julio Jones was not. They're not getting any younger. These guys are over 30. They're not going to play forever. So the fact of the matter is, yes, we could draft a quarterback. I don't think this is the year to draft a quarterback, but I think the Falcons, what the Falcons are doing, they want to trade down so they can pick up a future first round pick. And from that point on, they have 2 picks going to the next year. And then next year, the next season will be a perfect opportunity to get another quarterback. 35, Matt Ryan at 35. He'll be 36 this year. So he's 35. Don't get that man an extra year, all right? He's 35, all right? But it's like I said, even Tom Brady at this stage, this dude is still playing. Tom Brady, what, 43 years old? He's still playing? A lot of guys are older than Matt Ryan right now. These guys are still playing at a high level. So I don't think they're quick to get rid of Matt Ryan. I think he stated clearly that the next GM and the next head coach has to have a convincing. They have to have a convincing plan in order to move on to the next stage in Falcons history. You can't just say, "Oh, I just want to get rid of Matt Ryan for, Justin Fields." We don't know what the hell Justin Fields hasn't proven himself in college. Stone Decatur. LeBron 36 and the dude's still playing at a high level. So it's like, he's not saying that, just because you're 36. This is not like 1970. You're 36 in 1970, bro. Like, they didn't have the technology. They didn't have a lot of, the advanced medicines and surgeries and whatnot they did back then. This is a much better. Like, motherfuckers are walking around with fucking, mechanical hips and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers are walking around with goddamn machines in their chest. You know what I'm saying? So 36 is not old in this time. 35 is not old. And I remember, like, especially in basketball, excuse me, but I remember in basketball, man, Achilles injury back in the 80s and 90s, you had an Achilles injury, man. Your career, especially in football, your career was over. And nowadays, dudes is like, you see Keanu now, the dude tore his ACL and his Achilles, and he's looking better than he looked when he was when he was healthy. You know what I'm saying? Alex Smith. Did you see this dude whole leg was fucking crushed? This dude is playing football right now, dog. He's a fucking starting quarterback. So 36 in age, like, that shit don't mean anything right now. You feel me? So I don't care about what they look like, how old they are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think age has anything to do with it. It's all about production. If you're still producing as a quarterback, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can draft a quarterback in the second round. I believe that the Falcons can draft a quarterback in the second round. You got guys like Ritter. You have guys like Jamie Newton. Like, know what I'm saying? These guys, you don't know if these guys are going to be any good. Everybody's talking about Justin Fields. Justin Fields was 11 for 7 in a college game against Northwestern. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Northwestern? Come on, stop it. Stop it, people. And now all of a sudden, he's the go-to guy. Everybody forget about Sunshine. Everybody forgetting about Sunshine right now. Nobody cares about Trevor Lawrence. Everybody talking about Justin Fields. Why? Because of one damn game. One freaking game. And all of a sudden, Justin Fields is the number 1 overall pick. Come on, get out of my face with that. Who is the guy in the draft who I love? The guy that I love in the draft, I'm going to be honest, I love Penei Sewell, man. I love that guy. I love Penei Sewell, man. That dude is a motherfucking animal. That dude is an animal. In order for the Falcons to change this culture, we got to get vicious and disgusting offensive linemen, vicious and disgusting defensive linemen. We can't keep this soft-ass culture anymore. We got these punk-ass coaches that only care about what they care about, and they don't care about winning. I want Penei Sewell, and that may not happen But that Penei Sewell is a motherfucking beast. That dude is an animal. I want vicious offensive line that want to eat your motherfucking babies. You know what I'm saying? Kick you in the nuts like fucking what's the motherfucker? Indomitian soup. Kick you in the goddamn nuts. Step on your fucking fingers. Step on your face. When you hear me and I'll smack your ass upside the head. I believe it was Chubb did damn Mason. I want a motherfucker. Yeah, he's Samoan. He's definitely Samoan. But I want a motherfucker who is dirty. I want to bite motherfucking fingers off. I want to do all this shit. I'm tired of soft ass culture for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. And like I said, Penei Sewell, that dude is vicious. And despite what a lot of people, don't think, Jacob Matthews and Caleb McGarry, these guys are vicious. But they're playing in a system where they're not getting the best out. These guys are run offensive linemen. They want to attack. They want to get physical. They want to, like I said, these guys, have you seen tape? You know what I'm saying? Have you seen Micah Parsons? Another one. I think Micah Parsons is a damn good. The Falcons go. Micah Parsons is definitely, if they go to a 3-4, man, I think this defense will be instantly good. Because you got athletes like Deion Jones, Foye Olakun, Micah Parsons, Michael Walker. You keep, I don't think Dante Fowler will be going anywhere just based on his contract. So you have him for another year or so. You can kind of use him sparingly in the 3-4 system just as a pass rusher. And the Falcons definitely have a lot. The Falcons definitely have a lot of playmakers on the defensive side, because you got to look at this also, is that the Falcons don't have a lot of defensive ends. They don't really have a lot of true defensive ends. And you have Dino Sinai, you have Grady Jarrett, you can put all over the line. You have John Kaminsky, who's about 280. You have Marlon Davidson, who's about 280. These guys are big defensive ends. So that right there, the Falcons have the personnel currently to run a 3-4. All they would need at this point is a guy who's a nose tackle, and you can move Grady Jarrett around depending on the down and distance. You can put Grady Jarrett in the middle of the as a 3-4 as a nose tackle. So the Falcons definitely can do some things with that. Bringing a guy like Don Martindale or anybody, Sally. I think Sally runs more of a 4-3. He can run a 3-4, but he's more of a 4-3 type of guy. But the thing with Sally is I don't think we have enough pass rushers to be able to get two defensive ends. We don't necessarily have the defensive end to bring in a Robert Sally. I don't think Dante Fowler is that guy, to be honest. Caleb Fairley, or whatever the hell his name is, Farley. I like him, but I don't know. I got to look at more tape on him. But if I was to say anything about him, the corners, I would probably take Surtain, being that he has the pedigree. I can't ignore pedigree, man. He's been taught the proper way. His father was a very good corner himself, so I can't ignore pedigree. So I got to go with pedigree over anything. Yeah, Harrison, man, this man threw the ball 26 times. 626 times. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's definitely a lot. Yeah. So in order for the Falcons, I think the Falcons definitely have a good. They definitely have a good roster, man. You're gonna see some guys like Ken O'Neal, who's gonna make the decision whether or not to come back. He's a free agent, so the Falcons could quite possibly get a a compensation pick for him as well. You got a number of guys that's going to be. I don't think Ricardo Allen will be back. I think we've seen the last of him. If Arthur Blank pretty much stated that we're going to see the end of some veteran players, and to be honest, some veteran players going to be cut. They may not be with the team. And another thing too, and I keep saying this, everybody's so focused on, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, but he clearly stated, he aired out Calvin Ridley also, like in that press conference. Like everybody's so focused on, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. This new GM and head coach is going to make the decision whether or not they give that second contract to Calvin Ridley. The next head coach, and the next head coach for the Atlanta Falcons may not want to run, a 3-4 wide receiver set. Like they may want to use 2 tight ends. They may want to, re-sign, Hayden Hurst and then draft another tight end. And we go to a more physical style offense where we don't need as many receivers. Like Dirk Cutter needed these. He needed Gage. He needed Ridley. He needed Julio Jones. He needed Treadwell. That's the system that he needed. Hey, my bad, Miss Maggie. I just, it's just on a whim. Yeah, I'm in trouble for doing it. Yeah, but I don't think, I think a lot of people are just so focused on Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, man. Like, they got to make, the next head coach and GM is going to make a decision whether or not to sign Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst is still on his rookie deal. Again, Calvin Ridley is still on his rookie deal. We don't know if these guys want to have a Calvin Ridley on the roster. We don't know. We have no idea. So it's like, if you decide that you want to be a more physical style offense, that pretty much eliminates the fact that you're going to bring back, you're going to pay Calvin Ridley so much money, because guess what? He's not a physical receiver. Calvin Ridley is he's a talented receiver. He's definitely one of the best route runners. He's definitely one of the most, explosive receivers in the game, young receivers in the game. But we don't know, again, if they want to go to a physical style of offense, Calvin Ridley is just not a good blocker. Just going to be real. And and speaking for Falcon, the dude has definitely dropped a lot of key passes this year. He's dropped a lot of key passes. I like Brian DeBoer. I think his creativity is pretty much setting him apart. Again, that's the new NFL. You have to be creative as an offensive coordinator. No longer can you use these dull, dirt cutter style offenses where you just line up and everybody just go deep. That's not going to cut it. You got to have pre-snap motions and post-snap motions in this current NFL if you want to be successful. Arthur Smith is somebody that definitely understands that. He's a physical. I know a lot of people is like, oh, he needs a Derrick Henry. Not necessarily. Derrick Henry is just an anomaly, man. Like that dude he's a generational type talent. You're not going to get that. But what you are going to get from Arthur Smith is the ability to not only be creative with his offense, he uses these guys, the tight ends. He used a lot of tight ends in this offense. And again, if the Falcons bring in Arthur Smith as whether it's a head coach or offensive coordinator, this guy would definitely understand balance. And that's something with any coach, not with any quarterback, you're going to need to understand. At any quarterback, you got to understand that balance wins games. Balance wins games. The most successful teams in the league, they understand balance. You go to Seattle, you go to San Francisco. These guys have balance. The Patriots have always had balance throughout the entire their run on top. Pittsburgh, the Ravens, all these guys, all these teams that have always been in the playoff. They have balance. And you look at the current teams that are in the playoffs right now. They play good defense and they have a running game. So even if you bring in a quarterback at this time, man, that quarterback is going to need a defense and an offense. So what I'm thinking that the Falcons are going to do, and this is just my educated guess, just based on, all the evidence, the salary cap and all of that, what Arthur Blank and Rich McKay stated yesterday, that the Falcons are in this position because of one thing, or two things. They're not running the ball and they don't play good defense. It's really that simple. You can have a great passing game, but if you don't have a running game and a defense to close out games, you're not going to win. And the Falcons want to win. So bringing in a rookie quarterback is not going to fix our winning situation. We're just going to look pretty. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you were saying last night, man. The other night on the post-game show. The after show, I mean. You putting all this damn... You ain't bathed not one goddamn time, but you want to put all this damn perfume. Your ass still stink. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You just putting all this fucking perfume and your ass ain't took one goddamn bath. That's what that's what you doing when you drafting a quarterback. Ain't took a goddamn bath, which you want to put all the damn deodorant, you want to put on the damn earrings, you want to put on the robe, and you want to put on all this damn cologne and perfume, and your ass ain't took one goddamn bath. That's essentially what you're doing by drafting a quarterback. You're not fixing the problems. All you're doing is trying to look pretty. Gotta fix the issue at hand. We are fucked up. This defense is fucked up. The offense, we can't run the ball worth of crap. We're one-dimensional. Who the hell gonna draft a damn quarterback when you already have cap issues? You already have cap issues. You still playing Devontae Freeman. You still playing Jamon Brown. And more than likely, I believe Carpenter is still on the roster. I got to look at his contract. But he is going to be another guy that we may have to pay in the future also if he's isn't a free. I don't think he... I think he is a... Yeah, I think he is a free agent. I'm not absolutely certain on that. But we're still paying Jamon Brown, the offensive lineman who sacked his own goddamn quarterback. Yeah, we still playing that guy. That's who Thomas Dimitroff signed. Yeah. Yeah, we did that. But this team definitely has a lot of holes, man. And I'm just going to be real. I'm absolutely disgusted. And this is just me speaking personally. This is just me speaking personally on Raheem Morris. And I could be way out of line just saying this. But I hope this bastard just does not get a job. Because he knew as a head coach, the interim head coach, that this Falcons team need to establish a run. And evaluate our running backs, evaluate our offensive line. He did absolutely nothing. He let Dirk Cutter do whatever the hell he wanted to do. You got Quadri Olison inactive every goddamn game this season. You got Ito Smith only got carries towards the end of the season. Todd Gurley was used incorrectly. Brian Hill was used incorrectly. These guys get hot, he take them out, sit them on the bench. So fuck Dirk Cutter and fuck Raheem Morris. I'm just going to be real, dog. You calling out all these players and you putting these guys in shitty situations with these dumb game plans. All you want to do is come out and throw the damn ball 50 times a game and then wonder why Julio Jones has a goddamn hamstring issue. Well, run the damn ball. You wouldn't have to use Julio so freaking much. You wouldn't have to use Calvin really so much if you ran the damn ball. You got running backs. What the hell we got 4 running backs on the damn team, but we're not going to run the damn ball? That shit makes absolutely no sense. And now you want to use Keith Smith as a passer, as a pass receiver towards the end of the season? This is the shit that I'm talking about. You never rotate the line at all. It's the same players over and over and over again. Nobody, they playing patty cake with the goddamn offensive lineman. Nobody's getting to the damn quarterback except for Grady Jarrett. And you saw what the damn defense looked without Grady Jarrett when he went out with the groin injury. We couldn't get to a damn, and then wondering why AJ and Raheem Morris, Ricardo Allen, these guys getting smoked in the secondary. Bro, we couldn't get to the damn quarterback. We were getting absolutely no pressure. Like this is like, honestly, I'm not even worried about the defensive line, because I think these guys are talented enough to be able to. I honestly think these guys will be able to, under a competent defensive coordinator and a GM that has a plan on what they are. I think this defensive line, the talent that we have, these guys will be able to get to the quarter. They'll be able to get to a quarterback when they have a plan. The problem with this defense, we don't know what the heck they are. We don't know if we want to be a 3-4 team. We don't know if we want to be a blitzing team. We don't know if we want to be a 4-3. I don't know what the hell we are. I'm still trying to figure that out. We have absolutely no plan on what we're going to be. That game against the Lions when he went for it on fourth. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, this coaching staff is just idiotic. And not even that. Like the game against the Chargers, man, this dude had a chance to ice the kicker. The dude didn't even use the damn timeout. How you as a coach don't even understand that you need to ice a kicker? We do that shit on Madden. Ice the damn kicker. I know how to do that on Madden. How do you as a head coach don't understand that maybe we need to ice the kicker? You feel me? How is that as a head coach you don't know when to go for 2 points and when to go for a touchdown? This dude went there. I think it was like, I don't know how many times it was that they went for it on fourth down. That's not being aggressive. That's just being stupid. And Dirk Cutter definitely depends on Julio Jones way too much, entirely too much. Speed for Falcons. He just didn't lose to the Saints, man. We got fucking embarrassed by the Saints. We didn't even compete. And we didn't even compete. When you don't compete in your own division, you gotta go. We got smoked by everybody except for the damn Panthers. And even we lost to the damn Panthers. And they up at the top of the draft. We got smoked by their ass too. We lost to the damn Panthers too, but we are clearly a better team. You feel me? So they lost all respect for me. But this new update that he wants to bring in Mike McDaniels as the offensive coordinator, if he is the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons or the Jacksonville Jaguars, that's who he wants to bring in. This tells me that he knew there was a problem with this Falcons offense, and he did absolutely nothing to even show whether or not he's going to commit to the run. He did absolutely nothing. I mean, Taysom Hill, bro. We got smoked by Taysom fucking Hill at quarterback. This dude nothing more than a tight end running back. That's all the hell he is, and we got smoked by him. Nah, I'm good on Raheem Morris, dog. So for me, like I said before, man, I can't respect anyone. I can't respect anyone, especially a head coach, man, that doesn't understand the fact that you gotta have balance in order to compete in this league. You gotta have balance. You got to be able to run the ball. You got to be able to play defense, and we can't do either. So if you as a creator, what the hell am I talking about? But you as a coach, man, can understand that, then you don't need to be my coach on any level. You can't be a DC, you can't be an offensive coordinator, and you damn sure can't be a head coach if you don't understand the fact that you need to run the ball and you have to have balance. And you can't be calling out players when you're not doing your job as a coach to put together a good game plan. It can't happen. So with that said, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Continue to support your boy here at Mad Mike Sports. We're going to continue to give you nothing but the news and the updates. But this is something that I had to speak on. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. But your boy Mad Mike is definitely out. And I appreciate it. AFN 2000, man. Help your boy Mad Mike continuously help me get to 5,000, man. 5K. That's the number that I'm looking for. So everybody share this content out. Continue to just tell all your people, man, this is one of the most entertaining shows, educated. You're gonna get film breakdowns, you're gonna get live talk. You're gonna have the opportunity to come on the show and speak your piece. You don't get that anywhere on any other platform but right here, where you can not only be educated, but you can come on and educate people if you decide to. You know, you feel me? So I appreciate everybody for joining. But your boy Mad Mike about to go fix me something to eat because I'm hungry than a motherfucker. I'm hungry as hell. Maybe go get me some tacos or some Popeyes. 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 I ain't gonna do it like K Styles. I ain't gonna do it like K Styles. I can't do it like that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm gonna definitely keep you up to date on what's happening around the NFL as well as the Atlanta Falcons, man. That boy good. That boy good. But continue to support your boy. Me, myself, Miss Maggie. Miss Maggie actually is cooking. All right, her channel is cooking with that Atlanta Hawks shit. Y'all need to go check that shit out. She giving you all the Atlanta Hawks from game to game, all the news updates. Miss Maggie T, check out her channel. Man, look, man, you think we joking when we talk. We work hard for you guys. This is all for you. Check us out. And honestly, that's all I got to say, man. My damn voice hurt. I need to get something to eat. And I'm gone, baby. Peace.